Hey guys, Vets Couch here again, Ty and Julio. Hey, we want to rant a little bit about something we experience on the day-to-day. A lot of you guys are just fitness freaks. You guys are into that shit all the time. I fucking get it. We love it. We get this bread every fucking day. But can we talk for a second about what it's like to go to a gym on a military base, okay?
Culture.
It's all about culture.
This is just us ranting too. It's
a fucking rant. It's a rant. You don't have to take it personally.
Talk
If
about
you
it all
do,
the time.
because if you take it personally, you're a bitch. Let's be honest.
True.
So we'll rant a little bit about Julio and I's escapades on military gyms. So the one he and I most frequent is the Paige Fieldhouse, main side Camp Pendleton. So tell me, what is your biggest fucking issue over there, dude?
When you got like 6 dudes on one bench,
Dude.
But that's not it. What we really talk about is the culture that's there, and the just people taking themselves way too serious when really it's
right.
It's it's the gym. Just go.
It's the
have
gym.
Fun.
It's the gym. Exactly. No, he makes
Obviously,
a perfect point.
like get into your lifts and whatnot when needed, but don't be so vain. Like people are just very vain.
Yeah,
and,
it's a vanity-driven environment. Absolutely, yeah. No, he makes a perfect point. So we're talking about guys who you go to the gym, and maybe you're there to lift heavy, maybe they're to fucking do some bullshit. Who knows? But you go there and you see guys who are curling with a powerlifting belt on, and everyone's got like a 25 in their hand, and they're sitting there and they're grunting, and that's what he's talking about. We as veterans have kind of driven this environment and this culture of where you have to go and be the hardest version of yourself. I remember coming up, I had to be the hardest version of myself. I'm assuming Julio is probably the same way. When you came up, you had to be the hardest version of who the fuck you are. And that's kind of trickled down into the gyms and the places that we frequent, our recreational spots. And it doesn't have to be that way. So how do we identify? So I'll ask you one. How do we identify these questions? How do we identify these problems, these problem areas?
I don't know. Well, for myself, I don't think I was ever really like that. I definitely used to take lifting a little more serious than I do now. But that's like lifts. I wasn't in there looking, what's the smallest tank top size I can find?
Yeah, exactly.
Smallest, green skivvy shirt that's gonna make my arms look big just because it wraps around your arm because they're smaller shirts.
Yeah.
And that's what I see, and that's
what
really
you see.
grinds
Absolutely,
my gears because you can tell,
who's in there to act like a bitch instead of just lift.
It's like, dude, like one, we get it. Like one, I'm not very strong at all, but I know my capes.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. You know what you're capable of.
Yeah, I know what I'm capable of. I know I'm not in there. I don't look like I just started lifting yesterday. But I'm not gonna wear like the smallest shirt or tank top. Wear small tank tops all the time. I don't really wear tank tops at all. I usually just wear long sleeves because I'm insecure. But like people go in there and it just really bothers me. Like, to each his own, and it's just people are way too into themselves and take themselves too serious when working out, especially at the gym. It's just you go lift and get done and bounce.
Exactly.
Is how I see it and how I've kind of.
But it's not the way it is now,
dude. Yeah, and these guys aren't even big.
They're not.
Like,
they're
not
big,
to bash anyone or anything, but
because we're not big. We're not big. Yeah.
No, but like we know where we sit.
Exactly.
And,
we know we're not big.
He looks fat with a weight belt on.
There you go.
No, we can talk about the weight belts now.
Oh, go ahead. Please be my guest.
Like I said, by no means are we strong at all. And there are levels to where, you should wear a belt and whatnot, depending on your size, your strength, and your experience. But me, I'm like 150 pounds. I can squat 225, easy peasy, for reps. Squat plus that for reps. And when I see a big dude, like a 200-pound guy, throwing on a belt at 225, but he's walking around like he's a powerhouse at the gym.
Yes, exactly.
Chest up, like just like he's here
Like
to
you
rock.
run it. Like you own it.
Short shorts and everything, and he's putting on a belt at 225, and quarter squatting at that, and just terrible form.
Always.
It's just
it's bullshit.
Again, it goes to like, dude, like come on, like if you know anything about like squatting, deadlifting, the big three movements is you build it up first, like we talk about all the time. You should be building your core up. You shouldn't need a belt really.
Exactly.
Unless you're like 120 pounds, 140 pounds, you realistically shouldn't need a weight belt.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, depending on
you
experience.
You need time. You need time and training to develop that thoracic girdle.
You need that girth there. You need that core strength initially, really, to build up. And then when you do use a belt, it's that much more beneficial.
It's just a little bit more.
Yeah,
exactly.
It could definitely add like 5 to 10 pounds if you use it
That's
correctly.
What it's about. It's about creating that difference. Yeah.
But if you start using it right away, which I can understand why, but at the same time,
it's a hindrance.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Hindrance. Yeah.
Because if I use 225 or a belt at like 145 or something super light, like it's making me into a shittier athlete, if anything.
Shittier athlete, but also kind of makes you look kind of stupid. If we're being like not stupid in a squat rack, because you can be whoever the fuck you want to be if you're in a squat rack, because you own a squat rack, that's your territory. But it's when you're walking around doing fucking curls, going to a fucking pull down bar with a fucking a belt on. That's where we kind of have a problem. I'm sorry, like that's where we kind of have an issue.
Yeah. So realistically, most of the people there are not going to compete.
Oh no, yeah, none of them.
And that's the main reason people actually computers and bodybuilders wear the belt to thin your waist. Where realistically, like, Corporal Schmuckatelli, Corporal Schmuckatelli and friends, there was like 3 dudes in there walking around together with
belts.
What they do.
They
look honestly.
That's what they do.
They were benching, and they looked like super.
Because
you guys got matching belts.
You made a great point. Like, you wear something to sum your waist. Yeah. So they walk around in a gym with a belt on. Benching. What difference is that between a woman and her friends who wear like fucking waist trainers? You know what I mean? Like it's exactly that's how I view it. Like so,
it's actually like really really bad for you too.
Yes, it is.
If you see
absolutely.
the science behind it.
Yeah.
Your bowels and your whole body just go into like this hourglass, and it's not natural, especially if you force it.
Absolutely.
But so yeah, it's if you're doing that, if you're wearing a belt around the gym, like. Just walking around. I hope you're competing so you don't look stupid, but you're probably not.
Yeah, you're probably not competing. One, go fuck yourself. Honestly, you stop being a dickhead around the gym because you look like an idiot. Sorry, not sorry. 2, belts were made for the average man. You can use a belt if you need it. Absolutely, no one's gonna fucking blame you. If you have questions, ask questions. That's what we're here for. But stop looking like a fucking dickhead. I'm sorry. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Again,
we're fucking sorry. Like
it just goes back into the whole that culture.
It's a culture thing. It's a culture based problem that's hard to change.
You should just be humbled and be like, you know what? I'm not gonna wear a belt.
Exactly.
Because I don't need it. Realistically,
that was my. I still tell the guys at the gym all the time, like how do I bench 425 for reps, or how do I squat 425 for reps, and I always tell guys who are bigger than me, like. Train without a belt for a little while. Give it a month without a belt, and it really will help train that thoracic girdle. That's what you
super
beneficial. Guys who are like 30 pounds heavier and 6 inches taller, like it makes a huge difference. And like I said, it's all about changing the culture. I think that's our biggest issue is the culture of this. So anything else to add on top of that before we take off?
No, well, a couple of things. Just be humble. Well, like we said, we're not strong or anything. It's just what we see. This is our rant.
Yeah.
This is what we rant about on the way.
On the daily.
Yeah. On our way back from the gym.
And on the way to the fucking gym.
This is what we rant about because it's why are you guys doing this?
So prevalent.
What's going on? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's frustrating, but at the end of the day, you do whatever you want to do because you're a free man.
Yeah, you do you. You do you. But at the end of the day, if it's going to make you look stupid, maybe you shouldn't do it so much.
Someone might be judging you a little bit.
Watching you and then making a fucking rant about you. Anything else?
That's it.
All right.
I feel better.
Well, hey, thank you guys for watching. We hope to make more videos soon. Sorry for being incognito for so long. We've been kind of in and out working so much. So thank you guys from Julio and myself. Appreciate you guys. Continue to tune into Vets Couch. We hope to be dropping the most insane veterans and civilian bullshit that we can. Anything, brother?
That's it.
All right. You guys take it easy, all right?